miss you is such a lonely ride. The breakup we had.
You sure you want me to run? After all that happened? Shit I said? Hey, those were your real feelings, man. I mean, we're still brothers, aren't we?
Go show him some love, some respect. Little did I know it was gonna be a slander party against myself and Dubs. You know what I mean? Damn.
Mainly me.
Mainly Dubs, but I told you guys time and time again, if you have something to say about Dubs, I'm rocking with him. No matter what. I take it like you're saying something about me too. Because we rock together.
He's his own man, I'm my own man, but at the end of the day, man, you know, you can't be mad at the brother, man, for trying to help, because I'm right there with them. You know, man, for trying to help, because I'm right there with them. You know, and there's this narrative that's being pushed that we're doing it for views.
Don't be tweaking with niggas from Chicago, gang, cause like in the rifle, motherfucker really like get up with you, clap your ears together, you know.
See, the problem is though is that most of the Chicago guys, they've never been on an airplane, and they're probably never gonna be on an airplane. And if you were to go into their bank account,
stupid, goofy ass.
Most of the Chicago guys, they've never been on an airplane, and they're probably never gonna be on an airplane. And if you were to go into their bank account,
stupid, goofy ass.
You would find like $40.
Where's you from?
I'm from motherfucking New Hampshire,
nigga,
buddy.
Fuck New Hampshire, nigga. Yo,
what you talking about? Fuck New Hampshire.
Fuck New Hampshire.
Fuck wherever the fuck you're from.
My homies, don't get up like that on BD. Don't do that. Don't do that, shorty. You made me nervous on the gas. Don't do that.
Listen, there's a reason why I got my security right here. You gonna crack that Casamigos on your dome piece.
I would never let you beat cuz up.
The security just came up in here.
I would never let you beat cuz up.
The security just came up in here. He felt the vibes.
You say you ain't gonna do the what?
I ain't never gonna let cuz get beat up in here. On fight Crip. Never gonna let cuz get beat up in here. On fight Crip. Never gonna let cuz get beat up in here. On fight Crip.
Cause I'll tee this bitch up on King Day.
Do it.
Come on.
I'm not seeing it.
I'll tee this bitch up.
Do it.
I'll tee this bitch up.
You ain't gonna beat up on cuz. On fight Crip. You ain't gonna beat up on cuz. On fight Crip. You ain't gonna beat up on cuz. On fight Crip.
You gonna save him?
That's my best friend. That's my bestie.
You gonna save him?
That's my bestie. That's my bestie.
What you mean, gang? You not do nothing. You not do. What you mean, gang? You not do nothing. You not do.
All right, yeah. Just sit down, relax. Everybody, we can finish the podcast out.
I'll touch you, homie.
Shit, look, and I've had people talk shit on the internet about me, man, and I've seen them face to face. Nothing has ever happened. So it's all woofing. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that, oh, fuck, we should get into an altercation, but I'm just saying if you're woofing all that shit and then you confront a man and nothing happens, hey, homie, stop it. Stop it.
Exactly. Just shut up, homie. Just shut up, homie. That's it. Just shut up. And to me, if you old enough to talk that shit, and I'm not talking about criticizing somebody. No, I'm talking about some shit, right? If you old enough to talk that shit, you better be old enough to fucking get your boots fucking nice and fucking tight and get ready to run this. And don't act like a little girl, homeboy. That's the only thing. If anybody, homie, anybody, if somebody, I don't give, and I'm not even saying this what was said. If somebody, anybody in the chat, if you disagree with me, if somebody came up and on air said your wife's a bitch, your wife's this nigga, like, fool, look who you hanging with, carnal.
What did you just say? Nigga?
I
did.
Oh, Jesus.
You just said that word.
Yeah, I did, Sonny. I did. I said, you keep hanging with these guys and you keep taking shots at me. That's what I said. If you would leave me the fuck alone, I could care less. But you always keep taking shots at me like I'm this nigga. Like, fool, look who you hanging with, carnal.
What did you just say?
Nigga?
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 You did.
Oh, Jesus.
You just said that word.
Yeah, I did, Sonny. I did. I said, you keep hanging with these guys and you keep taking shots at me. That's what I said. Oh, you got me. You got me. Anything else, Sonny?
I got what I wanted. I got what I wanted.
Oh, you're this and that. You're pretty much saying just shit that, wait a minute, this ain't about the platform. This is getting personal. You see that person, homie, you got enough energy to sit there and whoop that shit online. You better have that energy to defend that shit, homeboy. And don't act like a little girl.
Today something happened that was kind of like, it was funny but unexpected, but it goes to show no matter where you're at, you never know who you're going to run into. For a lot of people that's been on this channel, you know that it's been an ongoing, so I won't even say an ongoing saga with this particular dude in general. And I'm not talking about Cabbage Studio, I'm talking about American Cholo. Y'all ran into him at the ICE protest.
You see that person, homie, you see that person, homie, you see that person, homie.
Oh, you want something too, old man? Huh?
No. You got enough energy to sit there and whoop that shit online. You better have that energy to defend that shit, homeboy.
And don't act like a little girl.
I'm talking about American Cholo. Y'all ran into him at the ICE protest in LA, and it was kind of funny. You know what I mean? It's like I was talking to somebody else, and then I heard him talking to the homie Moses Cuevas. And you know that the one has a voice that you just, you know what I mean, that you know off the back. So I immediately turn around, and it's funny. But
everybody's a gangster killing a dope dealer online, homeboy. But when you see them in real person, that energy goes, woo. Way down, homie, way down.
This shit, look, and I've had people talk shit on the internet about me, man, and I've seen them face to face. Nothing has ever happened. So it's all woofing. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that, oh, fuck, we should get into an altercation, but I'm just saying if you're woofing all that shit and then you confront a man and nothing happens, hey, homie, stop it. Stop it.
Exactly. Just shut up, homie. Just shut up, homie. That's it. Just shut up. And to me, if you old enough to talk that shit, and I'm not talking about criticizing somebody. No, I'm talking about some shit, right? If you old enough to talk that shit, you better be old enough to fucking get your boots fucking nice and fucking tight and get ready to run this. And don't act like a little girl, homeboy. That's the only thing. If anybody, homie, anybody, if somebody, I don't give, and I'm not even saying this what was said. If somebody, anybody in the chat, if you disagree with me, if somebody came up and on air said your wife's a bitch, your wife's this nigga, like, fool, look who you hanging with, carnal.
What did you just say?
Nigga?
You did.
Oh, Jesus.
You just said that word.
Yeah, I did, Sonny. I did. I said, you keep hanging with these guys and you keep taking shots at me. That's what I said. If you would leave me the fuck alone, I could care less. But you always keep taking shots at me like I'm this nigga. Like, fool, look who you hanging with, carnal.
What did you just say?
Nigga?
You did.
Oh, Jesus.
You just said that word.
Yeah, I did, Sonny. I did. I said, you keep hanging with these guys and you keep taking shots at me. That's what I said. Oh, you got me. You got me. Anything else, Sonny?
I got what I wanted. I got what I wanted.
Oh, you're this and that. You're pretty much saying just shit that, wait a minute, this ain't about the platform. This is getting personal. You see that person, homie, you got enough energy to sit there and whoop that shit online. You better have that energy to defend that shit, homeboy. And don't act like a little girl.
today something happened that was kind of like, it was funny but unexpected. But it goes to show no matter where you're at, you never know who you're going to run into. For a lot of people that's been on this channel, you know that it's been an ongoing, so I won't even say an ongoing saga with this particular dude in general. And I'm not talking about Cabbage Studio, I'm talking about American Cholo. Y'all ran into him at the at the ICE protest.
You see that person, homie, you got enough energy to sit there and whoop that shit online? You better have that energy to defend that shit, homeboy.
And no night like a little girl.
I'm talking about American Cholo. Y'all ran into him at the ICE protest in LA, and it was kind of funny. You know what I mean? It's like I was talking to somebody else, and then I heard him talking to the homie Moses Cuevas. And you know that the one has a voice that you just, you know what I mean, that you'll know off the back. So I immediately turn around, and it's funny. But
everybody's a gangster, killer, and a dope dealer online, homeboy. But when you see them real person, that energy goes, woo. Way down, way down.
Oh, you want something too, old man? Huh?
No.
Six Prison Story Family Salute. Y'all should Tim Snow. Back here with another one, probably my most requested topic, most wanted video. Everybody in the world wants to know, what do you think about SPM, Tim Snow?
You remember when it happened? You know anything about it? What's the deal with the case, man? Well, I can't lie, I do remember when it all happened.
I guess. My name is Roy, and and for the most evil invention in the world contest, I invented a child molesting robot.
Beg your pardon, what?
I'm sorry, I'll speak up. It's a robot that is designed to molest children, and I call it Robo Chomo. You see, it's powered by solar rechargeable fuel cells, and it costs pennies to manufacture, and it can, theoretically, molest twice as many children as a human molester, and quite frankly, half the time.
Literally, they arrested him for molesting a 9-year-old girl that spent the night with at his house. The story was that this was his daughter's friend. They spent the night, and while they were asleep, SPM crept in and gave the girl some type of oral action that she didn't want, she didn't deserve, and wasn't old enough for. None of that. Said the man was so rat bastard after that, he took her home and sat down and ate a boba and menudo with their family and left her there, man. That's the coldest one of all, okay? Here's where all the confusion comes in from the people from other states, people that aren't old enough and everything like that. The girl did testify saying it could possibly have been a dream. She ain't even sure if it was real or not. And he was still found guilty, okay? I can't lie, that was weird. If I was on the jury and she said it could have been a dream, I probably could not have found him guilty myself. But I'll explain to you why the district attorney ran with that case first and only. Because in Texas, they will not sit here and try you over and over and over again for the same thing. If they hit you with 45 years, they might not even worry about a murder case. They might drop that. You know what I mean? They got you already. It doesn't matter. So how the district attorney in Houston explained it was, he took the iffy case first, knowing he had a chance of losing this first case against SPM. If he lost the first case against SPM, he didn't care, he said. That first case was to bring the attention, bring forward other possible victims, other possible witnesses, other possible people, to allow people to realize the system's after this guy is not that powerful, and if you want to help them, you can. That's pretty much what his first trial was about. But the DA got lucky, and they found him guilty. So this being in Texas, they were done. They didn't need anything else, man. If he didn't win, you know, that was it. And the DA literally came out after that and said, hey, man, we're thankful. We know we're lucky for this conviction. But had we lost this one, we were ready to re-indict him, take him back to trial, and find him guilty for having a baby with a 12 and 13-year-old girl. Because that was a slam dunk. Literally, he had genetic proof that that was his daughter with a 12-year-old, okay? Here's where more confusion comes in. This 12 or 13-year-old girl, they say, was dancing at the Blue Flame strip club when he met her. I've been to the Blue Flame strip club a million times back in the day. They had a boxing ring in there. It was right there by Cullen and shit, by Mr. Davis' place, feed store, where you buy the swings. We go all the time. And yes, sir, knowing you just met a girl in a strip club, you probably can take her home. You know she's legal. No problem. That's what he did. But it didn't end there. Had it ended there, everybody would have let the man make it. No, that's the girl he ended up getting pregnant. And they have proof that he was picking her up and dropping her off at junior high school. The man knows she was young. He didn't care. He was in his mid to late 20s, I believe. Here's the other crazy part. South Park Mexican proposed to the young lady. He asked a 13-year-old girl to marry him. Think about it. And we're not even talking about the situation where he got caught out on bond. Take your Google browser today and Google SPM bond revoked. They caught the man in another hotel room with a 14-year-old girl. It was like a setup. And he fell for it. So, I don't really know. It's crazy that he does still have so many fans, so many people scream that he's innocent. But a lot of it has to do with Juan Gotti's song. And Juan Gotti, you're probably gonna see this, and I don't give a damn. You, my man, stirred the pot, confused the world with a totally fake song, and you know it. In the song, he's asking SPM, yo, homie, how's the handball court? Blah, blah, blah. SPM's been in PC this entire time. He's never played a game of handball. He's never shot a game of basketball. Probably never once played a game of dominoes in 20-something years. Texas barely even has a protective custody. There's only a few people in it. He's one of them. So you tell me if he feels innocent, why would he even be there? You know what I mean? There's so much in this case. The songs where Juan Gotti also in the song said, y'all seen on that little girl's Facebook. Now you're her favorite rapper. Come on, Juan Gotti, dog. I don't think you've seen that at all. A 9-year-old girl molested, named drug through the mud, and now he's her favorite rapper. Dude, you will probably suffer the same fate as SPM for this, for supporting him, and for making everybody so confused about the case. But there's something I'm fixing to read to y'all, and I'll let you see how you feel about it. All right, this article right here is actually from the Houston Press, look. And it's explaining everything. And it's wrote by Olivia Flores Alvarez. Salute to you, man. Thank you for this. Listen, it says, while Houston rapper Carlos Coy, a.k.a. South Park Mexican, sits in the Texas Department of Corrections prison serving a 45-year sentence for the sexual assault of a 9-year-old girl, his family and friends are mounting a free SPM campaign. The charges are bogus, they say. The accuser was just out to get SPM's money, they insist. Actually, that would be accusers, plural with an S. A total of 8 girls and young women, the youngest of 9, have accused SPM of having sexual contact with them while they were underage. Taking a page from Houston Press contributor Gustavo Arellano's Ask a Mexican humor column, where readers asked Arellano to explain Hispanics, we decided to ask another Mexican to explain SPM. There's nothing funny about SPM's situation, of course, and at best he's an innocent man falsely accused of a heinous crime. At the very worst, he's a horrible pedophile. You decide. In 1995, Carlos Coy and his brother Arthur Coy Jr. launched Dope House Records with SPM as the label's leading artist. In 1999, while talking about his dropping out of school at the age of 17, Coy tells Houston Press contributor Craig D. Lindsay, "One more year in high school and I would have went to jail for fucking all those little bitches." I'm gonna say that again. He told a reporter, "One more year in high school and I would have went to jail for fucking those little bitches." He like 9th graders way back then. In August 2000, Dope House Records exceeded 1.5 million units. In July 2001, 20-year-old Jill Odom files a lawsuit against Carlos Coy asking that he be declared the legal father of her son, Jordan Dominique Odom. Odom was only 13 when she began a relationship with Coy and only 14 when she gave birth to him. So I had the dates wrong, sorry. During their relationship, Coy in his early 20s knew Odom was in 7th grade. Let me repeat that. During their relationship, Coy in his early 20s knew the woman was in junior high. Man, it's even hard to keep reading after this, y'all. Okay, I'm sorry. Paternity tests later proved that Coy is the boy's father. That's enough right there, man. See, they could have stopped and ran a case on Jill Odom, her son, and gave his ass 99 years if they wanted to. And they knew it. That's why they picked the 9-year-old. They wanted to try to get her some justice and get attention. It worked. Look, on September 25th, 2001, Carlos Coy is arrested and charged with aggravated sexual assault of Jane Doe, who claims Coy entered the bedroom where she was sleeping with Carly Coy and molested her, licking her pelvic area. On March 6, 2002, the Harris County District Attorney's Office files additional sexual assault charges against Coy, alleging that on February 3, Coy, who was awaiting the Jane Doe trial, and some friends picked up 2 14-year-old female fans and took them to a motel in North Houston. That's what I was telling y'all about. Let me read this again, y'all. Pay attention. On March 6, 2002, the Harris County District Attorney's Office files additional sexual assault charges on Coy, alleging February 3rd, Coy, who was waiting the Jane Doe trial, and some friends picked up 2 14-year-old female fans and took them to a motel in North Houston while out on bond. Coy says nothing sexual took place during the visit, claiming that he napped in the hotel room while the rest of the group went to local cafes. But one girl claims he had sex with the rapper. Coy turns himself in on March 7th and his bond is revoked. So literally the man was on bond for messing with little kids, and the Dope House crew went and picked up 2 14-year-olds for him. So what's up, Dope House crew? What y'all thinking, man? I see that interview Rashid did trying to explain things. I hope it wasn't you that picked up the 14-year-olds. Who was it, bro? Let's explain that. Let's talk about that. Who helped him go get those 14-year-olds that day? That's weak. Whoever did that, weak. On May 6, 2002, Coy's trial begins. There's no physical evidence of a sexual assault presented during the trial. The prosecution's case consists almost entirely of the girl's testimony, but includes a statement that she thinks it might have been a dream. On May 30th, 2002, with his possible punishment ranging from probation to life in prison, Carlos Coy is sentenced to 45 years in prison and fined $10,000. Coy will be at least 52 years old before he's considered for parole. After sentencing, Harris County Prosecutor Denise Hawkins and Lisa Andrews tells reporters they would have preferred a longer sentence. On October 3rd, 2006, Dope House Records released SPM's 10th CD, When Devils Strike. Reaction ranges from outrage by victims to joy from his fans. We think it was basically a witch hunt. They didn't really like seeing a Mexican in his type of position, so I think they tried to do what they could to slow him down. But you know, this record, When Devils Strike, coming out is just proof that you can't stop what people want. We're just sticking by them and doing what we can. That had a lot to do with this record, just letting everyone know the truth. If you want to hear from the man's mouth, then we're suggesting that everyone pick up the record and see what it's about. It's not promotional hype. It's not done just to make a buck. It's actually a message that's being sent out there for the greater good. So if you purchase his album, you buy his streams, anything like that, you are supporting this case. And there's no way around that. You're putting money in the man's pockets, y'all.
Their family's in danger and that they don't know what they could get into. Let's talk about that, okay? Let's talk about this for a minute. This is coming from a dude that got somebody killed in high desert.
Yeah, say that part.
We're talking about the same dude that had a Mexican mafia associate almost killed in Southern California behind one of his videos. And we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna show you guys what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's all good, man. This is coming from somebody that has already been down that path, man. This is somebody that's already done that. So what are you talking about, man? What are you talking about? Tony, you're not about that life. You don't know nothing about prison politics other than you throw a couple dollars at these dudes, you know what I'm saying? And you're acting like a fucking gangster on YouTube. Ain't about that life. You know what I'm saying? You ain't about that smoke. You need to save that, journalist Tony. You know what I'm saying? You need to save it, man. Stay in your lane, boy. But please, man, please come out with your video, because I know you guys know he's gonna come out with the video. Boxer building shit. You know, he called me. He called me one day talking loud. I don't know what a man is. I sold all my people out for money. I couldn't even get a word in. This motherfucker was just yelling, bro. You feel tough because you called me loud, talking loud, and because you feel tough because you call me talking loud and you call me a snitch and a piece of shit and a chomo and a rat. Come on, man.
Put that shit out there. Yeah, put that shit out there, man. Throwing some of those terms out there, you know, for me, especially the chomo stuff, right, is, again, I don't think that, in fact, I know he doesn't really understand. He knows what he's doing in terms of, like, he's trying to irritate people to get attention, right? So he knows that. But he doesn't really understand, but he should. Like Boxer mentioned, and I know they're going to show the article. I'm going to give my 2 cents on that because this is something I was aware of at the time that it happened too. You know, they'll get into the particulars, but basically, there's a dude in high desert, an active northerner, and he, I don't know how exactly him and Tony got connected, but he got at Tony. He said, "Hey man, I'm gonna do an interview." Mind you, everybody that Tony talked to up until that point was, yeah, that's the guy. Everybody that Tony had talked to up to that point, to the best of my knowledge, it came from an SNY yard, right? Or was on an SNY yard, right? And I'm not trying to disrespect people on SNY yards. Just there's a difference here, and anybody that knows about prison knows this fucking difference. So, actually, Flacco had got at me, right? Flacco and I were talking, and Flacco was tight with Tony at the time. I didn't even have a channel, right? We were just talking. And Flacco kind of calls me and gives me the rundown of the situation. And he's like, man, what do you think? And I'm like, it's fucking ridiculous, bro. This dude's gonna get killed, right? And Flacco 100%. Man, if I took a half an hour, I could scroll back through my phone and find the text messages. But the point is, Flacco and I were 100% on the same page. 100%, right? And what we were on was, you can't do that. You can't put this dude's interview out there. He will die. And Tony was asking, right? He was reaching out. And man, what do you think? What he says is fine. I don't give a fuck what he says.
He's like blind. You don't know better.
And, right. And kind of find out dude was in a situation. I don't know if we want to get into what the situation was or not, but he was in a predicament, and he really needed some money, and he didn't have family looking out for him. The dude only had a 9-year sentence. He wasn't a lifer. He had a 9-year sentence, right? But he
got a cell phone. I said, Joshua, not to interrupt you. He got a cell phone. He lost his cell phone and went into debt for $4,000. But they don't kill you for that. They don't kill you for that. You know what I'm saying?
If they wanted to kill him over it, they could have just killed him when it happened. You know, he was alive. And so he goes to do this. And he does the interview. And again, Flacco and I both are. But this is not okay. Like, you can't. This ain't a good look, man. And now here you have 2 dudes that have done time. 2 dudes that rock with the North doing time. 2 people that know what the fuck they're talking about. Whether we agree on everything or not, it's not the point. We agree on this because it's common sense for anybody that's done time. And none of us want to see somebody get hurt behind a video, right? And so we're telling Tony, bro, you can't. That dude's gonna get fucking killed. Like, no, but he's saying it's all good, so who cares? Okay, be the grown up in the room, man. Be the grown up in the room. He's in a desperate situation. He's doing some desperate shit. But at the end of the day, you're the one that hits publish on that video. You're the one that makes the decision if that video goes live or if it goes. It's
called accountability, which you know there's nothing about.
Right, and you pushed live. And when you pushed live, you ended his life. Because what happens? Yeah. He gets got at. He gets at Tony. It takes him, a minute for the video to get down. The damage is done. And the motherfucker gets killed by 2 other people. Yeah.
The next day.
And those 2 dudes, I know Boxer Salmon got the article, but those 2 dudes, they weren't even lifers. They had some long stretches, right? 20,
show
25
the picture of the other 2 dudes, Salmon.